Okay, it is weekly recap 53. I want to do Arlecchino talents today. We're gonna do Arlecchino this whole week. Um, yeah, and we're gonna do talents today. Just because I really need to get her talents up. They're at her normal attack right now is at 5 and everything. In case you just want a quick overview, we got level 80, level 70 white tassel, these artifacts that are all level 12, or this one's at 16, and then these talents. That's what we got so far, and she's still performing pretty well. She's generally still pretty strong. Like I can fight overworld things with her consistently, um with at least 2 of the 3 teams I want to play. I do want to try building vaporize, but I just haven't gotten around to that. I have played and this melt team that I'm running have been going on for a while. What do I need for her? Hold on. Yeah, we're gonna farm her, and I did fight her boss with the overload team because it's a geo shield and overload gets through it. I can do that. I've not really fought her. I've not really used her in multi-target time areas yet, but they shouldn't be too bad. It shouldn't be that bad. But yeah, this is the melt team I'm running. I tried putting like maybe no Kazuha and having no Kazuha. I tried sucrose instead of Kazuha. I didn't like it as much. And then I tried no Animo character with double cryo, so I put Layla there as well. And that was pretty fine. Oh, you know what? I should actually show this off. So she's at 46157 right now. Not like the best, but also I plan on strong boxing for some whimsy. So I don't plan on running her on gladiators this whole time. I just have gladiators, just have a bunch of gladiators from farming various things. So I just slapped it on her so I can at least use her, you know.
Everybody stand! Show no mercy! Eat lolly! Eat papa!
Peak 35k. Oh, and she's dead. All right, well, it is what it is. There's no healing in this team, and I haven't fought these things in so long, dude. But yeah, she does pretty solid damage. I mean, I guess I'll have to switch teams. I would have preferred to use her on here if I could have, but I can't. So it is what it is. Well, I could if I like played better, but I don't want to have to play good in a domain with farming, that's kind of defeats the whole purpose. So we'll swap, but yeah, here we go. So plan this week, I need to farm weapon materials, and I need to farm her boss still because I need to 90 her. I don't know when I'm gonna actually do that. I think we'll do weapon materials tomorrow, depending on how high we can get her talent today. Because I need to farm it. I would prefer to farm it before they're all open because of the new banners. So I would prefer to get them all farmed before that goes away, but I don't know. I need to take probably at least 2.5 days to farm her boss. So it just kind of sucks how this is laid out. So we might have to continue next week as well, but it is what it is. So here we go. 7, 8. There we go. Okay, that's pretty good. Yeah. Level 8 normal attack. I don't know if you want to level anything else on her. I don't think so. I think I'm gonna save them, and I'll just so I can craft them into this if I need to get her to 9 or whatever. But yeah, that's pretty good. So we need to do this. I have, I think, most of the stuff to get it. I might need to farm more of these. I don't know. And then these I probably need to, well, I can craft a bunch of those. Those are fine. So I just really need those. for this weapon. And then, yeah, and then we'll strongbox Whimsy at some point this week, and we'll see where to go from there. I have a lot of the weekly bosses because I was farming. You need to farm the Arlecchino weekly boss for Eonson in order to do Eonson. Her Ascension needs Arlecchino's weekly boss, so I was farming that for her, so I just have some. Yeah, I guess I can go show off. So if we fight her boss, which is what I'm probably gonna have to do later this week, or what I'm gonna have to do later this week. I like to use Overload, and I actually use a pretty interesting. I basically use this Overload team, but with Arlecchino. So I'll go I go Eonson, Fischl, Chevreuse, just because I like Eonson, right? Because it's a little more electro, and then and a buff and an attack buff, and then we have Fischl for off-field electro, and then obviously Chevreuse and Arlecchino. So this is just a fun thing I like to. This is a fun team I like to play. Arlecchino is almost dead. Let me go to a statue. But pretty much we just do this, and because Overload takes care of Geo shields. Ow.
Transfix. Let's move.
Use her to trigger that, and then we'll do this.
Drop your weapons. Stop right.
And then we can reapply.
On my
I use the Eonson to trigger that, and then we go Chevreuse.
Drop your weapons. Final warning.
Midnight Venta.
You know, it's generally pretty solid. Melt is also really good. I guess I can show off the Melt team, just so you get a sense of where we're at. I go to Natlan. I like to fight the fat guy, the Yamkasaur, if I'm doing the Melt team. I don't know. Well, I don't know. I like to just kind of fight the fat guy. He's just kind of the guy I've chosen. He's just the boss I've chosen to test stuff out on. For some reason, he's just what I do. So we go this.
I'm never late.
So Eonson, and I do think actually, so on the Overload team, Chevreuse is on Noblesse, Eonson's on Scroll, and then Fischl is on Golden Troop, I believe. So they're on that, and then for this team we have Sitlali on Scroll, Bennett's on Noblesse, and then Kazua's on Viridescent. So this is another team that I like to use. I do need energy. I mean, I guess we can go over it. So right now, Bennett's on a Fav Sword. I've gotten multiple, so I have them. Kazua's on this. I just have Kazuha on this. I think it's a good sword for Kazuha. I do know you want to like do EM on Kazuha, but I don't really. I don't. Kazuha is not very well built yet. Yeah. And his artifacts are pretty terrible. Like, I have him on a attack goblet because I just don't have an EM one, right? I don't have an EM goblet or an EM circlet, but I have an off-piece circlet. So I have him on an attack goblet that has some pretty solid substats, right? And then he's just kind of on whatever this is. I have him on high ER. I like to use ER. You don't need ER on this team. Like, you don't use Kazu's burst, so it's not that big of a deal. Sitlali's just on TTTS, on Scroll. She's normal, and then I strode Venom. Right? That's what I got going on. So this guy's annoying to fight, mainly because his spin move is so annoying. You can get through it a little bit with Sitlali's shield, but it goes away pretty fast. Just because of how it works. So I do. Alright, and then we do this, and then we do. Right, it's about, you can get like some pretty high melts. It's not as good as the Overload team, but I think that's just because the buffers I have on the Overload team are just better, right? They're just better than the characters I have on this for this. Right, so it's just what I do, but you can get some pretty good melts going. I did try to maybe swirl I did try to maybe swirl cryo with Kazu's burst or infuse his burst with cryo, but I just couldn't get it. Um, it might be possible. I have no idea, but this is what I'm doing. And I do think Sitlali's energy is a bit of an issue because I can't always get her to do it. But there was 50k there without melting because I don't have Sitlali up. You know, so it's doing pretty well for how you know, for how terrible it is right now. It's pretty solid. I'm really liking it, and that just goes to show how strong Arlecchino is, right? Because my Nouvelette crits for 36k, you know, and she's doing about that much at way lower investment, so she's pretty strong. But that's pretty obvious, you know. Okay, well, that's just like the benchmark for Arlecchino, I guess. That's what we're working to improve on. And yeah, I'll see you Tuesday. Goodbye. Hey, how's it going? It's Tuesday. Originally, I was gonna farm for the weapon first, but I missed it. So now we have to wait until Thursday. So we'll be doing that Thursday. So I guess we're just gonna farm the boss today and tomorrow. I think I only need 18 more, and we get a minimum of 12 each day because 4 runs with 3 each is 12. So we'll definitely finish this tomorrow. Um, so yeah, I guess that's just what we're gonna do.
Transfix. Start the clock. You asked for it.
At least I get to actually use Arlecchino, you know. I am pretty bad at dodging this guy, but it's fine.
This is where you overrule. On my mark. Cook as a hands where I can see 'em. Final warning. Drop your weapon. Midnight fantastic.
There we go. Perfect. Yeah, we're just gonna do this. I didn't plan to do this. I wanted to do, you know, the weapon, but it's whatever. I guess we'll just do this. I definitely think that's gonna be a problem playing Arlecchino. I'm gonna have to really get used to dodging stuff when I don't particularly have to that much. But
Final warning.
you know, that should be a pretty easy thing to just kind of learn how to do. There we go. Yeah. I've just got to get used to dodging things. I'm not good at doing that. Ooh, that's pretty good. I've just been playing this game called Where Winds Meet, which is like it's technically a gacha game because you can technically gamble, but it's only for cosmetic items. So it's not like you know, it's not like this game where you need to.
Final warning. Odds revealed.
It's not like this game where you have to gamble for new characters or weapons or whatever. You just gamble for cosmetics. So kind of like Strinova. So that's a good thing, you know.
Overruled. Start the clock.
It's pretty fun. It's pretty much a Souls game. It's got the Souls combat, right? But it's set in ancient China in like a Wuxia. So it's pretty good. It's a really interesting setting. There has been a little bit of issue just because it's a Chinese game. So a lot of the puzzles, or one of the puzzles involves literally like you have to select the correct characters, but I don't speak Chinese or Mandarin, so I can't do it, or like I couldn't do it, figure it out myself because I you know, I don't speak the language that it wants you to that it wants you to use. So it's a bit of a issue, but and I dodged that. God damn it, dude. There we go. I guess I should just like start bursting consistently on her on this team. Just whenever it's available and like I have a little bit left, I should just burst. Like I should just burst before I switch off of her. Just on this team. Oh, we're out. Okay. I should just do it to, you know, stay alive longer. Because there's no other way for her to gain any health back. So I think I should just start bursting consistently on this team specifically. Probably not on Melt because Sitlali has a shield, so I don't need to do it there. I have a little bit of, you know, I have something to fall back on. But on this team, I can't.
Add
So I should
after.
probably do that. Are we looking? Yep, we got exactly 12, like I said. So we need 6 more. So that's 3 runs tomorrow at the very least. Could be more because we could obviously get 4, but it's very rare to get 4. And then we just need this. I can luckily make the 6 that I need, so we'll be pretty good. Anyway, that's Tuesday. Okay, it's Wednesday. Sadly I have to wait until tomorrow to do the weapon because it's tomorrow. I'm hoping that tomorrow I get enough to 90 it. I really hope so. um so I guess we're just gonna do this now. I just need to do 2 runs here. So I think we'll spend other resin on like whatever else we have.
Let's move! Control that. Hands where I can see 'em. Stop right there. Final warning.
You know, I think I will spend any leftover resin on whatever else I could do.
Overruled. Start the clock. Quick as a... You asked for it. Drop your weapons. Stop right there.
As you wish, Min.
Wha-bam. All right, cool. But yeah, we'll use leftover resin on probably artifacts. I don't know what else I could use it on. Can't do weapon, can't do talent, so we'll just do artifact. That'll be easy. Oh man, my freaking skill's not back.
Laid bare. On my mark. Control breathe. Justice will prevail. Stop right there. Final warning. By royal decree.
I'm
Wanted my
pressed
full
you.
attention, did you?
I pressed you, man. This, I literally, I know I pressed Arlecchino's burst and it just didn't work. This team, like overload, this overload team is so hard to use because I don't have any defense, right? I have to dodge everything, but when the game won't read my inputs correctly, it just doesn't work. All right, that worked. Yeah, I guess just run away when he does that move. There's not really much else I can do. Yep, and we're good. Cool. All right, 90ing is now possible. Let's go do that real quick, I suppose. I should have everything. I believe I can craft the 6 the 6 crystals I need, so we should be fine on that front. I think we'll go do Arlecchino's domain, like artifact domain. I just kind of want to. I don't know. All right, there we go. Final ascension. Level 90. Let's go. So main thing now is just artifact or just weapon, and then artifacts do need to be better. Like my circlet is terrible. So a better circlet would be good. I am maybe thinking this one might be worth it, especially because my crit rate isn't particularly high. Like it's only 50, so maybe a little more crit rate. Like obviously if it rolls good into crit damage, then yes, but you know, I can't really I don't know. We'll see. I don't have any artifact fodder to spend anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I've not fought those things in a long time. Overload probably would have been better there, but it's fine. Okay, let's double crit with EM. Sadly, my feather is like one of the best pieces that I have, so it's gonna take a lot to replace it. Oh, by the way, if you want to see how I got all these artifacts, go watch the video that went out Wednesday. But yeah, this is my feather. So I don't know if this one is gonna be any better, especially because I think this started as a 4 line. I don't remember correctly. But yeah.
Let's light it up. I'm going in. Wind strike. Fulfill our pact. Everybody stand. Show no mercy. You two.
There we go. It's so hard to see what's going on. That's double crit, sure, and attack percent. That's actually not that bad. That's whatever. This is a Death Sands. Great, perfect. I don't really need the burning set, um, but it might not be that bad for like if I want to do like burning Kaniche. Anyway, that's Wednesday. I'll see you Thursday. We're finally gonna farm the freaking weapon, dude. Okay, it's Thursday, which means we finally get to level the weapon. I am hoping that these 3 runs are enough to get it to max, or to a max ascended. I really hope so, because it'd be really bad if it didn't, because then I'd have to wait for the weekend. But it's gonna be what it's gonna be. I can't really control it, so
Add Astra.
we'll see what that
Thank
is
you for
like. But
Add
yeah.
Astra.
Oh, I did level Arlecchino's talents a little bit. I got her normal attack to 9, and then 3 and 5 here. I just used the books that I had left to level them as high as I could, and I chose to prioritize the burst because it does the healing. So like I think a little bit more healing would be useful. I have tried Abyss with this team multiple times, and I tried I've just been trying Abyss. I've been throwing a lot of stuff at it to see if it works. I actually found a Kaniche team that like does good damage, but since Kaniche is the only Dendro character on that team, so triggering Bloom on the crab is really freaking hard. um, but it was fun to actually play Kaniche, and I think I'm gonna maybe consider. I don't know. I've been saying I should maybe consider building Kaniche for like months, and I haven't gotten around to it. But cryo damage bonus. Let's go.
Are you here? Everybody stand! Here, show no mercy!
I probably don't need to do a full rotation, to be completely honest. It's just habit at this point.
Let me amuse my transfix. Let's light it up! Teamwork is strict!
Into the wind.
Fulfill our pact!
There we go. Yeah, look, the main I can actually do. That's awesome. Oh, nice. Let's see. I've been playing Where Winds Meet still, which, if you don't know, it's like a kind of an MMO. I don't know. You can play it online with a lot of other people. I haven't. I don't do that. But it's like it's kind of like a Souls game, more than anything else. So it's kind of got the Dark Souls energy, but it's a wuxia novel. So at least that's how I pronounce it. I say wuxia. I think it's wushu technically, but I say wuxia because it's spelled Wuxia. The wuxia just makes more sense to me. It's like it's not a bad game at all, but I don't know. It does have gacha elements, but it's purely cosmetic. So it's like, it's like cosmetic gacha, so it's not really anything important. But it's fun. I like the combat and I like the world so far. The main quest has been pretty good too. So that's always fun. All right, let's see. That's 80. I'm really hoping I have enough to level this thing all the way up. Let's see. 3 golds, okay, 3 golds, 8 purple swords, and 8 of the thing. That should be enough though. Yep. Final ascension. Let's go 1-1, and here we go. I don't like to use weapons for fodder. I really should, because like I have all these slingshots I'm not gonna use. I have two R5 slingshots, so like it's not a big deal. But 23 crit damage. I think that gave us like 5 more crit rate. Or yeah, but we're at 56 now. 134. Oh my god. Okay. Well, we're definitely doing big damage now. That's good. I do think like the crit ratio needs to be better. I think that's the main thing. But I think like a crit damage circlet with crit rate substat would be the best way to do that. But I don't have one right now, so that'll be a thing that it has to that will appear in time, but I can't really control it. Anyway, that's Thursday. I will see you Friday, I suppose. Well, I'll figure out what to do. Like, weekly bosses would be good, but also I don't really like fighting weekly bosses. One of my least favorite things to do in this game. Yeah. Anyway, I'll see you then. Goodbye. Okay, it's Friday. I want to do weekly bosses. It's been a while, so this might go terribly, but the three I want to do are Arlecchino, the chess boss, and then what was the other one that the narwhal. That's it. I think we'll do those three. I don't really have a reason to do the narwhal. I have a lot of its drops, but might as well. But I definitely need to do Arlecchino. So we'll be doing Arlecchino. I will be using good old Nuvolet because Nuvolet. I'm not going to fight Arlecchino with Arlecchino. That is going to go terribly. Man, oh my god. This is such a hard boss to do with Nuvolet because his attacks cover so much of the screen.
Your punishment made manifest.
Perfect. That was terrible. But hey, is what it is. Oh, true. Let's go. ER. Nah. We got two though. That's good. See, I have like 7 of these. I have a bunch of the other ones, the ones that are like circles, but I don't have a lot of that second one we got. That was so painful. I think we'll just use this team the whole time. I would like to use Arlecchino, but like this team just works for all these bosses. I guess we'll do Narwhal next. Oh, or actually, I think we'll do Skirk for the chess boss. I think that's what I used. I don't remember, man. Luckily, we should just kill him when we get out of here because we've already done half his health before even going in. That's not what I meant to do. I pressed 3 and it didn't switch over. Yeah. Boom. Nice. It's been so long since I've done these fights, man. I know I just said that like a lot, but it truly has 2 of the same. I don't know if I needed those, but oh my god, he's got a flamethrower. I don't remember that.
Ow! A little too toasty.
Time to shine. Pinnacle of excellence. Get to work.
It is time to slay our foes with what almighty
This calls for some pomp and ceremony. Good lord, always forgetting your lines.
Where'd the queen go? Oh, there she is.
Our performance has yet to conclude.
I dance for you, my dear.
Silence! The tides beckon.
Oh, this is all getting rather dreary.
Allow me, my darling.
There we go. Okay, that wasn't that bad. It was a bit of a scramble, but we're fine. Yep, 2 of the chess pieces. Nice. Cool. Okay, I guess we'll... How much resin do I have? If I have 80, I'll spend it on... But I haven't... Yeah. Okay, we'll just go do some artifacts, I guess. I haven't really been doing much. I mean, Did I just use a fragile resin on accident? Well, okay. I don't mean to do that, but sure. I think I actually did it. I thought because I'm so used to clicking the use condensed resin button, I use a fragile resin. God damn. Let's not use a fragile resin this time. Use 40. Here we go. Ooh, oh, okay. And whatever. I don't know. I just don't really have much to talk about. I mean, I've kind of been starting to replay GTA 5, kind of, maybe. Not really.
Get to work.
It's whatever.
Suffer the gravity.
I have been wanting to like play this game, but I don't know. There hasn't really been much. Like, I don't want to like do a story or do an arc quest or something in this game, right? Like, I really need to because I still haven't done the arc quest yet. But I did it again. Oh my god. I can't believe that, man. I can't believe. Maybe I should have just condensed it, and I want to be making these mistakes. You know, for the Arlecchino video, I'm not really using Arlecchino at the very last day. Like the right one this time. Thank you. That's actually not terrible. Okay, we actually finished now. I did 2 more runs than I needed to. It's so stupid. But yeah, I don't really have much to talk about. In terms of, so I don't think there's gonna be a weekly recap next week because I'm gonna be busy. I'll talk about more of that on the video that goes out Monday. I plan on putting one out regardless of if I have anything to do. I'll probably put one out anyway. Like if I don't have anything specific to do, I will just talk, right? But I don't think there's gonna be a weekly recap next week. So I will say I'll just farm like Mora or book ley lines until I can make another one, right? I'm not gonna like farm anything huge. I need to start restockpiling them anyway, right? Like I use a lot of books for Arlecchino. I use a lot of Mora for Arlecchino. Um, so it would be fine to take the time to, you know, get those back. I do still have a lot of books, but you know, you can always have more. And I have, but this is like the lowest my Mora has been since I came back to playing this game. So yeah, I think I'll just do that. I'll go into more detail on Monday. I'm not gonna like inflate the video with that, but yeah. So there will be a video Monday for sure. Other than that, there's not really much to say. Yeah, I'll see you Monday for whatever that ends up being. And yeah, have a good rest of the week, I guess. Weekend too. Yeah, do it.